Hey everyone, Monday Night Football doubleheader. We'll talk about both games, teaser, a play, a prop. We'll tell you what's going on over at the website tonight. Those that follow me, and thousands of you watch these, know that I don't like Thursday and Monday night games. I don't like them. Never have. Crazy things happen. The obvious is not the obvious. Last week, a lot of guys jumped all over Jacksonville, got knocked out of survivor pools. Almost a 10-point favorite got thumped in their own house. The under trend on Monday Night Football got blown completely out of the water with over 60 points in the game. You know, these things happen. Now, other guys see things differently than I do. There's 11 other guys over there. I don't know what they do. I don't care what they do. We're all independent contractors, and we all have independent thoughts. That's why it's nice to have a website with a lot of different flavors on it, kind of like Baskin Robbins. You know what I'm saying? I don't like pistachio nut. I like chocolate mousse royale. But the wife likes pistachio nut. So you get yours, I'll get mine. But nonetheless, let's go ahead and get to this game. This is a big game for Green Bay. Green Bay laying 6. And the total 37 against the Giants, who have a healthy Tyrod Taylor. They're going to go at DeVito. And Green Bay now with the Detroit Lions sucking. And they're one game behind Minnesota. If they win tonight, they tie Minnesota for second. You know, 4 or 5 weeks ago, I told you Green Bay being a playoff hunt might be able to win this division. You told me I was crazy. Well, here we are. This is a huge game for Green Bay tonight. Of a big confidence-building win against my beloved Chiefs, who stink. We'll talk about that in a minute. I'll have share some thoughts on Sunday with you in a minute. The only dilemma I have in this game is, do you tease New York up? You think maybe one of these dogs will cover tonight, but if one does cover, it would most likely be New York. But I'd tease Green Bay down and put them with Miami in a teaser. Get Miami down to 7.5, Green Bay down to a pick 'em. I think they can win the game. In the other game, I put this out on Doc's Gridiron 6-pack. A lot of you don't watch that. I don't know why. We're 75% over the weekend so far on that show. Over 70% on the year, putting out 6 picks a week for the last 10 or 11, 12 weeks, whatever it's been. I mean, it doesn't get any better than that for free. It doesn't get any better than that for premium. That's an insane number. Insane. But, you know, I'd take Miami down the first half line. Tennessee's beat up defensively. They're playing the number 1 overall offense in the NFL, the number 1 pass offense, and they're the number 22 pass defense, and the number 2 rushing offense. And they're banged up defensively. And Derrick Henry's not 100%. And they got a rookie quarterback. The first half line's -8. I play Miami. For a prop, I'm still trying to figure out why Mike Vrabel and the Tennessee management spent all this money on DeAndre Hopkins. They don't use him. Part of their problem. Now, Vrabel is stubborn. He's a Belichick disciple. He wants to run the football and play hard-nosed defense. That doesn't work in the NFL anymore. It used to. 85 Bears, 2001 Ravens with the great defenses. Yeah, you could run the ball, eat clock, and then just 3 and out them every play. And just continue to beat them in submission with your offensive line and pound a big back in there. Doesn't work anymore. Okay, Vrabel thinks it does. It doesn't. But look at your season record. Now you got a rookie quarterback. You're going to be in catch-up mode now. You'll be playing from behind. You're going to be throwing the football. This prop play on DeAndre Hopkins makes sense. Over 4.5 receptions tonight, plus 105. They're not utilizing this guy. Why did you spend all the money? In the last 10 games they played, he got over 4 receptions only twice in 10 games. The guy's a stud. One of the top 10 receiver, top 8 receivers in the league. And they're going to be throwing to him. Now, if he didn't have 10 targets tonight, then Henry's running for 200 yards and they're dominating Miami. You think that's going to happen? Neither do I. Give me Hopkins over. Plus 105, plus number. He had 5 last week against Indy. Saying. I mean, they're not going to stop Miami. Nobody can stop Miami. Hill. Who they got to cover Hill? Miami also has the number 1 red zone defense in the NFL. Or offense in the NFL. I know Tennessee's got a good red zone defense, but Miami should be able to name the score here. If they get off the bus and show up, they can name the score. Total's 46.5. You'd be lucky if Tennessee's got 13 points tonight. So they better have a big night. You want to lay the double digits, lay it. I don't like laying double digits in the NFL. I'll tease it down to 7.5, and I'll play the first half line there. Okay, over at the website, we've got a 3-pack of player props. We went 3-1 yesterday, hit a 7-unit prop play. Week before, we hit an 8-unit prop of the year. Crushing these props. I find more value in props on these Mondays and Thursday games than I do anything else. Because crazy things happen on Monday and Thursday. They do. Props, though, players, you get averages and you get some weaknesses against a defense or whatever. There's plenty of opportunity tonight for a 3-pack involving both games. So get over there and get that. 3-unit NBA play. We swept in college basketball on Sunday. But we're passing today. There's only 9 games. We'll be back tomorrow with that. NHL, we won last night. Interesting. The Minnesota Vikings, your free play on the Minnesota and Las Vegas under was never in doubt. 3 points. The same amount of score that the Minnesota Wild had. The Las Vegas and San Jose Sharks game had more points in it than the Vikings and the Raiders. 5-4 game last night, which I had the over in for a premium play. Wow. But just 2 bad teams there, and Minnesota's in trouble in that division. They're free falling. Dobbs isn't the answer. They don't have an answer. Just don't. We found out yesterday also that my Chiefs don't have a wide receiver. Yeah, he lined up offsides the very next play. Von Miller lined up in the same spot he was in. They didn't flag him. But it was a legitimate flag. It's a hell of a play by Kelsey, but legitimate flag. And it's hard to imagine that you're paying Patrick Mahomes $50 million a year and he didn't have a wide receiver that can catch the ball. And Tony, if we had any receivers at all, he'd have got his walking papers this morning. That's like the 3rd game he's cost Kansas City. Disappointing. We also found out yesterday that I've been kind of saying it all year long. Thought Philadelphia was a pretender. Had trouble with good teams. It's hard to imagine that Philadelphia and Kansas City, 2 of the highest rated, power rated teams in the NFL for the vast majority of the season, both are on back-to-back losses. I think Kansas City can still win their division, but they're not going to go to the Super Bowl, and they're not going to host an AFC championship game. They're probably not even going to see one. Philadelphia, pretender. Dallas, contender. You found that out last night. I had a 1-3 day I had 3-1 in props and 1-3 with plays. And my top play yesterday was the over in the Dallas-Philadelphia game. How'd that work out? Philadelphia never got off the bus. That's the same defense that Geno Smith shredded like a hot knife on butter Thanksgiving Day up and down the field. Wow. Philly ain't all that. They ain't all that. They're not. Dallas is. That's for sure. What else we find? Oh, yeah. Keep your eye on the Denver Broncos. Yeah. Brandon Staley still got a job this morning? Coach of the Chargers? Shouldn't. Wow. And the New York Jets scored 30 points yesterday. Yeah, out of nowhere. Wow. Houston, you have a problem. Big time. I didn't see that. Anybody see that coming? I saw the line drop and everything. Road game. I know. I have no skin in it. I had no skin in it. But, just saying. Anything can happen in the NFL. And, by the way, got a couple buddies in a survivor pool here in Circa in Las Vegas for $9 million. 22 guys left standing. 8 of them on the Ravens yesterday. Think they had a heart attack? Now, have you ever seen more blown calls on one play in your life? Walk off, punt return, touchdown in overtime to win with 3 guys getting hammered in the middle of the back and shoved down to the ground right in front of the refs. 3 of them. Not one flag. That's unbelievable. That's unbelievable. Every time you get a decent punt returner, there's always a flag for blocking the back. There were 3 of them. They never called it. Determining the outcome of games. Refereeing. Wow. Crazy day on Sunday in the NFL, wasn't it? Opening line report will be out tomorrow.